Hello, hello. We are live. Welcome to Cooking with Chef Frank. My name is Frank Kramer, and I'm your host of Cooking with Chef Frank, and I'm the founder of Eat Like a Vegan Chef. Welcome to today's episode, number 57. Today, we're going to talk about barbecue ideas. We talk about what we can do for this um, great weekend coming up, Independence Day. What kind of barbecue options we have. So um, let's get started. Okay, welcome, Connie. Hi, Cheryl. If you don't mind introducing yourself or just saying hi so I know you're there, I really appreciate it. It's always nice to talk to an audience. Thank you. Okay, um, good. So I'm going to start right away because we have a few things to do. Today, actually, I'm not going to do anything complicated because that's not what Eat Like a Vegan Chef is all about. It's all about simplicity and getting the job done, getting you happy, um, making sure that you get everything you need to be um, satisfied, satiated, and healthy, right? Okay, good. Um, I don't have a barbecue here, obviously, in my kitchen. I have a grill pan, so I just pretend. Let's pretend this is our barbecue. You know what to do. You on Sunday or Monday on your holiday, you just do the same recipes what I do today. You can do on your barbecue. So there's no problem with that. All the recipes I've created for today are very easy to do, and you can do them easily on your grill. So before I start, very often, right now COVID is almost behind us, and lots of barbecue parties going to start. Lots of parties. We all get together, and we're looking forward for that, and that's great. Um, so hi Greg, hi Adriana, hi Viva. Um, just I just wanted to give you a few tips. Let's say you're invited on a barbecue party and you're vegan, and most barbecue parties happen to have not too many vegan options. So what you can do is you can ask the host, "Hey, do you mind if I bring a few dishes or a dish?" And very often they tell you, "Yes, of course, bring some." And because you don't want to ask the host if he has vegan options, but that's up to you. So uh, very simple. Today I just put a few ideas together what you can bring, and you can go as crazy as you can go as the variety is there is no the sky's the limit, so to speak. What I did today was really, really simple, but I will get into that a little bit later when it comes to really creative dishes. But for now, we're going to go over very simple dishes. So today, I just basically made two skewers. I did cauliflower steaks. I did mushroom ribs, cauliflower steaks, potatoes, and tomatoes. And I have some plantain over there. And I think that's enough to get started. The only thing you want to make sure is that you get some extra protein. And protein you can add simply by either adding a black bean burger or any type of plant-based burger, homemade plant-based burger. You can do tempeh is pretty nice. You can make tempeh skewers. You can make tofu skewers. There's really no limit to this. So whatever you can find what can stand up to the heat, that's perfect. So you want to make sure if you choose tofu you want to make sure that the tofu is firm, that you can put it on a skewer and you can grill it on your barbecue. The same with tempeh, the same with, they're actually nice tofu options. Some of them are uh, baked already, some of them are cured in soy sauce or in some other liquids. They're really firm, they're perfect for skewers. Um, anything what has a lot of protein, I would add this to what I did today. So today, obviously, the protein option is missing there, but that's why I'm mentioning this. Um, just add a few skewers of tofu skewers, and you can do it the same way I did it here. See here, that's just mushrooms, peppers, onions, zucchini, and that's it. So you can do the same with tofu. So instead of, if you get the longer skewers, then you can fit a few pieces of tofu in here or tempeh. That's the trick. Um, Make sure when you before you put all your vegetables on the skewers, make sure you soak them in water for about half an hour or so, because your skewers will burn on the grill. So you want to make sure they're wet, they can stand up to the heat on a barbecue. Don't put your vegetables on the highest heat. Medium heat on the barbecue should be fine, because you don't want to burn them. You want to cook them slowly and get some nice grill marks on them. And you want to make sure you cook them through. I mean, it's up to you if you want to have them half raw inside, that's fine, al dente. So keep this in mind when you grill your veggies. Metal skewers, yes, you can do that, but they get very, very hot. So you have to have a piece of cloth with you. They're great. Metal skewers I like a lot. They work perfectly. Just keep in mind they get very, very hot. And when you serve them, that your customers, that your guests know that those skewers are very hot. But you can do this. Okay, let's get started. Again, for everyone who just joined me, I'm just going to do some very simple barbecue options. You can add to those. There's really the variety nowadays are just incredible what you can put on a barbecue. And sometimes we are just limited by our imagination. You can almost grill everything. If it's solid, if it's then you can grill it. Of course, things which have a little bit of sweetness inside, those grill really, really nice, and they caramelize fantastic on the barbecue. Keep this in mind. For instance, you can grill fruit, which comes out really, really nice. Apricots, for instance, they grill really, really nice, and pineapple, for instance. Those things grill really nice. Corn, corn is definitely an item I would add to it. It gives you protein and it gives you the starch. So definitely corn must be on the menu. Go with organic corn. They're just better, healthier for you. Very often you don't see the organic corn because 99% of our corn is gene manipulated. So you want to make sure that it's, at least the sign is on it that it is GMO free. Yeah, and when it comes to absolutely, you can grill romaine lettuce. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. What you do is you take the whole head of the romaine lettuce. You only cut off a little bit of the end, not the entire root, just a little bit, and then you cut it in quarters, just lengthwise in quarters, and then you have 4 lengthwise cut quarters of your romaine lettuce. Those, they stick together because you didn't cut off the root completely, so they stick together. And what you do is you marinate them, if you like, or you put some kind of marinade on it I tell you what I used for mine in a minute. And then you put them on a barbecue and you just grill them from both sides until you get a few grill marks on it, and that's it. It's actually pretty cool. Give it a try. They come out really nice. Um, I'm glad you mentioned it, Chuck. Excellent. Yes. So when it comes to more, variety or a little bit more sophisticated dishes, um, I would go from the basics. For instance, um, um, be bean balls, not meatballs, but bean balls. If you, for instance, you roll them up to a little ball, and or you can make them into a roll it up like a cigar, so to speak, a little tick up, and then you cut it in pieces like this, like an inch and a half, and then you peel a zucchini lengthwise down all the way, not only the skin, but you just keep on peeling it until you get the ticks, the whole slice of the zucchini. You take one slice, you put the bean ball right there at the beginning, and then you roll it up just like sushi. And those you can put on a skewer and then grill, which is really cool. So these are ideas. Um, you can do. You just have to think outside the box, and because everyone is doing black bean burgers and all this stuff, everyone is doing it. Yeah, even what I do here today is, it's pretty mainstream, but I want your creative juices flowing, so to speak. There's no limit. You can just be creative, think what you can use out of your refrigerator or what you can get, what's in season right now, and see how you can grill it, right? And if you cannot grill it, maybe you can make something like a bean ball, no? Bean burger, whatever it is. Um, I don't think you can air fry romaine. Romaine is too watery. There's too much water inside and it's too soft, the texture. It's perfect for grilling, but I don't think it works for air fry. At least I haven't tried it yet. Uh, you can. I'm not. I haven't tried air frying with lettuces yet, but you can definitely um, grill a lot of other lettuces. Definitely, any lettuce that is a little bit solid, just like the romaine, you could grill. Um, but you could also use it as a rub. You know? Yep. Veggie skewers, just like what Patricia is saying, that's the norm. So, but it comes down to what kind of marinade you're using. So today, the marinade I used was, um, yeah, it's nicely marinated now. I used balsamic, soy sauce, and a little bit of maple syrup. Maple syrup is optional, but it just gives you a little bit of sweetness. Garlic, um, salt, pepper, salt, of course. No, I didn't put salt in because it's soy sauce in there. But if I wouldn't recommend putting more salt on it. Garlic, and what else? Italian seasoning. That's it. Very simple. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna switch my camera. Where's my camera here? Here. Okay, of course, whenever you barbecue, you want to make sure that your barbecue is hot. So put it on to medium flame and let it heat up for at least 10 minutes. Close the barbecue, let it heat for 10 minutes, maybe even 15, because you want to make sure that your griddles are hot. You know, same way we do it in our pan. We're not going to cook in a cold pan. And of course, as usual, it's always um, without oil. It's a little tricky. That's why when you should be hot now. So we're going to start with our skewers. You want to make sure that your grill is hot. If the grill is not hot, everything is going to stick on it, and you don't want that. You want to start with my plantain because they're going to take a while, so I can move them as soon as they're done. So you want to turn down the heat to medium because we don't want to burn the stuff. I already smell all the herbs. Beautiful. Okay, that's good. You don't want to overfill your barbecue. You know what? I have a better idea. I'm going to use this here in the center. Much better. Okay. You want to make sure that everything is exposed to your marinade. You get marinated a few hours before. Okay. Okay. When you can lift them up, they're usually done. On this, not done, but they come off the barbecue. See this? Nice. Now, you know, put this back. And the same way it works on a barbecue. Once, once they come off the barbecue, they should have their grill marks on it. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you get cross grill marks on it, and if the vegetables are not cooked by that time, you put it on a place on your barbecue where you don't have heat. There's enough heat remaining to let the vegetables cook until they are really done. And these vegetables are very small. They don't need a cross um, mark on it. One mark is fine. The plantain, they could use two, but I think everything else, one mark. You see, it's, you know, like steaks, they need two if you want to cook them medium, but everything else, one should be fine. And if you know, if you see it doesn't come off the grill, leave it a little bit longer on. That just needs a little time. Another point, very important point, you see this here? The mushrooms are not browning as good as these here because they're not flat on the surface. On a barbecue, it probably doesn't matter because the heat is rising, but in the pan, you can tell you want to make it as even as possible so that all vegetables are exposed to the heat. Okay, our mushrooms are good to go. You see, you see how the sugar is caramelizing here? You don't want it to get too black. Beautiful, beautiful. On a barbecue, it's even better because the heat is usually a little bit more consistent and hotter. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move these crosswise now so that they get the design we want on it. Cross. Should I put it? No, it doesn't matter. Beautiful. Nice. That's how we want. Now you can tell the zucchini is not even halfway cooked. So you want to make sure that they cook evenly and not too fast. It is all in the caramelization process. That's where the flavor is in. Keep this in mind. Whenever you barbecue, that's where your flavors are in. So I'm gonna wait until everything is done. I'm gonna clean my pan. Beautiful. I'm not done yet. They really needs a little bit longer. So those plantain need to go on the side and cook much longer. So I'm going to turn on my oven, pretend this is on a barbecue. I'm going to put my plantain in the oven for a few minutes. Okay. Clean my pan. So when you cook in a pan and the pan is very hot, you have to be very careful when you put water in. So always let the pan rest for a few minutes before you clean or attempt to put water into the pan. That's especially important if you cook with oil. And if there's any oil in the pan and then you add water to it, that could really go bad. So you want to be careful. You see the balsamic and the soy sauce in there, they're really caramelized. And you want to make sure that those residues come out. Okay, wait a few seconds until this is ready. Okay. Put probably not hot enough yet, but these ones are not that, this is not charging if the grill is not hot enough. But if you put something like a tomato on it, and the pan is, or the grill is not hot enough, it's going to stick and you're going to ruin it. So you want to make sure it's hot. Okay, I think my pan is hot enough. Now I can use my tomatoes. When you cook your tomatoes, you want to make sure you put garlic on it, your herbs, black pepper, because that makes those tomatoes taste really, really great. Okay, I'm gonna add my 2 skewers with my plantain, since they weren't ready yet. So keep this in mind when you barbecue. You grill everything on the hot flame, give it grill marks, and then you put it over to the side where the heat is not as much, maybe half the heat, and let them finish cooking. Okay, you see the caramelization here? So the other day I heard, actually, quite a while when I heard this. Dr. Greger was talking about when you grill meat or when you grill vegetable, what the difference is in the fumes what you inhale. And he said that the fumes from animal products are toxic, and the fumes from vegetables are not toxic. So, hallelujah. Okay, nice, beautiful. Some nice grill marks on it. Beautiful. Looking a little bit more. But you get the idea. Um, it's very simple, very straightforward. Just again, as I mentioned, you gotta add your proteins to it. Not that this has protein too, but it's probably not enough to satiate you. But I think um, more important is the beauty of these things. Very often we think about, oh, what can I do? Look at those cauliflowers. Um, look at those broccoli. Looks beautiful, in my opinion. Okay, let's see how nice. I love it. Could be a little bit more. Okay, good. Let's see if anyone has any questions. Yes, it was a parboiled potato, absolutely, because it would take forever to grill it. You can, but it's going to take a long time. Okay, let's see how tomatoes are doing. You see what I mean? The pan wasn't hot enough. There's no grill marks on it. Wasn't hot enough. Needs to be hotter for tomatoes to have grill marks. That's okay. Beautiful. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Keep in mind they're not cooked yet. If you like raw veggies, that's fine, but they're still raw. They're literally raw. So it's a good idea to put them in on the side of the barbecue where you have heat, but not direct heat, and it will finish cooking there. So once you have your grill marks you desire on your vegetables, you put them on a spot where they can finish cooking. Otherwise, they're going to blacken And it's really up to you if you want that or not. I don't like my vegetables too black. Let's see. Yeah, you see, I took them out too early. Should have left it a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add my broccoli, my cauliflower, my other vegetables. That's good. So I put them in the oven the same way you put them on the side of your barbecue, inside the barbecue, where they can still finish cooking. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Yes. Okay. I used 1/8 of balsamic. I'm typing it in here. Okay. 1/8 of a cup balsamic vinegar. What else? 1 tablespoon soy sauce and 1 tablespoon maple syrup. Of course, maple syrup is optional. 1 teaspoon Italian seasoning. Obviously, if you want to use rosemary, much better. Fresh rosemary, fresh thyme, fresh parsley, whew, so much better, so much better. So do that if you have. You know what? Let me write it here. Um, 2 sprigs rosemary, thyme, and parsley, or 1 teaspoon Italian seasoning. That's much better. Should be good. Let's see what else. garlic, of course. 1 to 2 cloves garlic, and black pepper. And that should be it. So you should see it in a comment now. Okay, so that's the marinade. Okay, nice. Okay. Let's see all the other veggies are. Getting there. Good, good. Okay. We want to make sure that we serve it nicely. So what we do is we want to bring a little bit of height in here. Oh. What we can do is we can finish cooking some of the stuff in the marinade. Touch this. Not too hot. Okay, so we made something very simple today, and let's see if I have the information here. I should have really barbecued carrots. Carrots are beautiful. Didn't even think of that. But I have some carrot greens here, just to make it a little nice. Hmm? Okay, let me switch my camera. Okay, so very simple, two skewers, and that's probably enough for one person, maybe two. Um, I think Debbie asked what's the yellow thing in the middle. There was a lemon, so I can put the skewers in. That's the base for the. I hit it with my carrot leaves, and so if you would add tofu in your skewer or tempeh, you have all the protein you need, right? Very simple. Um, that's it. So at least it doesn't always have to be. It doesn't always have to be hot dogs. It doesn't always have to be, um, processed foods. All natural, all unprocessed. Yes, that's right, Chuck. Yep. Yes, Adriana. Yep. Yep. Maybe one day will I organize a barbecue. Why not? Um, as it is, I am I am planning to do a live, Eat Like a Vegan Chef live event. So, but it's probably in 2022. Yes. So, if you watch me on YouTube, please, if you don't mind, click the like button and subscribe to my channel. That helps me grow my channel. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of plant-based barbecue meals or plant-based barbecue ideas. And yeah, so I would say I wish you all a happy 4th of July weekend. Be safe and think plant-based and let your creative juices flow and make something nice. And let me know what you guys did. Okay. By the way, before I forget, I do have um, a sale going on over the weekend, over the Independence Day weekend for my new coaching. If anyone is interested, um, you can sign up on my website for it. And if you watch the masterclass, you can sign up through that as well. Schedule a call with me, and that's it. Thank you so much. Again, you can always get in touch with me through email or Facebook Messenger. Have a good day, and I wish you all a very good weekend, a safe weekend. Have a good day.